about is, oh, that piece keeps on going. Good morning, everyone. It's Mark Wiens with migrationology.com in Hong Kong. Just took the metro to Sham Shui Po and on our way to have a quick breakfast this morning. Scrambled egg beef sandwich, toast for one, and then lemon tea hot. This is a classic, and they serve a number. Oh, my tea has just arrived. It was just about a 5-minute walk from the metro station, and this place is famous for their breakfast, especially their sandwiches. And so we came here to have a tea and a sandwich, and it's kind of right within a market area. And luckily, there was a table right in the back with available seats. My tea and sandwich came out literally seconds after ordering, and this is one of my beverages of choice in Hong Kong, which is a lemon tea. I love how they just slice up, that's at least like half a lemon just sliced up and put into a cup of dark black tea. And what you do is you really squish down that lemon, release all of that lemon juice and that lemon peel, get all of that goodness out of there into the tea. And then I think a lot of people would add sugar to this, but I like it just black tea, no sugar, and just that strong lemon. Oh, that'll wake you up in the morning. Oh, that's sour. Really, really sour. It will almost make you squint. And then it's really strong black tea. That's delicious. And it's so soothing on the throat. The main thing I came to eat here though is the toasted beef and egg sandwich. And again, this came out literally in like seconds. Let's take a look inside. I think it's like a, oh, it looks awesome on the inside. Oh, I wasn't expecting it to look that good on the inside. There's minced beef, there's egg in here, and then just toasted bread. Oh, that looks fantastic. The beef is so tender, and then just coated in egg, and then with that white bread toast, and it has maybe a sesame oil flavor to it. That is a very good, delicious breakfast sandwich, and I think it goes fantastic with lemon tea. For my next half, I think I'm gonna bump up the taste level by adding some of the chili oil to it. But it is really good. It's remarkably simple and good. This is the chili oil that's used for the noodles that they serve here, but I'm gonna take advantage of it. All right, and maybe a bit more. That dry chili oil, and maybe some kind of sesame oil or something. Oh, that steps up the level of flavor one more notch. I don't want to eat too much oil, but that dry chili is just stunning. Just add it to that bite there. Okay, I'm gonna put away the chili before I consume the entire bottle. This is like a 5-star omelet sandwich. Thank you. Thank you. The tea was good, but that beef egg sandwich was the real reason that it was well worth coming here. So simple, but so good. Perfect amount of butter. And he whips up all of the sandwiches and cups out the tea and the drinks from just a little tiny like kitchen within the cafe, and they have been doing it since 1968. And yeah, just a classic little cafe in Hong Kong. And by the way, they do also have bowls of noodles, and they have a pretty good selection of different dishes on their menu, but I just came for that toasted beef and egg sandwich, and I wasn't disappointed. We are just walking around this market area. There is a lot going on around here and a lot of fruits and vegetables. Ying is about to buy some more cherries. We are coming in here to the fresh wet market now. Well, that is a lot of meat. And we're gonna just walk around here for a little while. Oh, there's seafood, there's meat. And visiting fresh wet markets, along with eating, is one of my favorite things to do when I travel. You can get any type of food at this market, and we just passed through the meat and fish section, seafood section, and now moving on, well, lots of tofu and preserved vegetables, and moving on into more of the fresh vegetable section. There's some stalls that are so busy it's hard to even get a glimpse of what they're selling. So many people are fighting to get the fish and the meat. Starting to drizzle again this morning. It's been very rainy so far this trip to Hong Kong, but it doesn't look like it's gonna rain too much today. We are walking over to a place now to eat noodles. I don't know a whole lot about this restaurant, but when I was doing research for where to eat wonton noodles, I came across this place, and what I like about it is that they still make the noodles using a bamboo pole to press the dough. And so I'm hoping that I'm gonna get a chance to see them making the noodles. Not fully sure, but gonna go check it out and see. Hello. Yes, open now? Yeah. Okay, thank you. We made it to the restaurant just as they opened, and this restaurant has an interesting story. It's actually a newly opened restaurant in 2010, but the owner got his recipe for making the noodles from his grandfather, who had a restaurant or a shop in Macau and made the traditional style noodles and kneaded the dough with a bamboo pole. And so they still make the noodles the traditional way here, and unfortunately I don't think I'm gonna have a chance to see them making the noodles, but they have a room in the front. You can see the bamboo poles, so when they need to make noodles, they still make them that way, and so I'll have a chance to try the noodles, but maybe not see them being made. Ying and I got 2 different dishes to share, and they have come out. They look fantastic, and these are bamboo kneaded noodles. This is the classic bowl of wonton noodles with soup and then shrimp dumplings. Let me just taste the broth first. Oh, that is a richly flavorful broth. I think it's fish-based broth, and then it has you can taste kind of like the flour of the noodles within there as well. Grab chopsticks, and before doing any seasoning, I just gotta taste those noodles. And this is very light. Oh, and you can just see the beauty of these noodles. You know, look at that, the individualness of them. Okay, I don't know if that makes sense, but they do look good. It has like a little bit of a rubbery texture to them, but then at the same time they chew very easily and then just sort of like almost dissolve in your mouth. That's awesome, like a slight rubbery al dente, not really al dente, more of like a very tiny elasticity, like almost like you're chewing on a rubber band, but then it just breaks. I'll go for one of the wonton. Filled with shrimp. Oh, that's delicious. The owner said to use the dry chili oil for the soup, and then there's a different chili sauce for the other noodle. Okay, let me add some of this chili. This is the dry chili oil. Oh, this looks fantastic. Oh, and that smells so good. I'll just add a little bit to start with. Mix this around. Oh, yes. Follow that with some soup. add some nice heat to it, and then you can, I can feel that chili oil down my throat. Oh, that's a wonderful burn. The texture of those noodles is amazing. It really has like a little like rubbery factor to it, but it's fantastic. They're bouncy, that's what they are, they're bouncy. And this has probably gotten a little bit dried out. These are the tossed noodles, so I'm gonna retoss them a little bit. And this is with beef brisket. Oh, and you can immediately smell that like braised aroma to that brisket. Okay, let me just taste a few strands of noodle before adding anything again. It's just a very light sauce to it. The bounciness, and they don't really have a strong like starchy taste to them. And then he gave me some of this chili sauce to add to these noodles. He said, I'm gonna scoop it on. Or maybe like wipe it all out. It's just, oh, I don't want any of it to go to waste. All right, toss them up a bit. And on the noodles, it's just a very light glaze, but I think it's some of the broth from that beef brisket has a very light beefy taste to it. That chili sauce is a little bit sour, and it has like an amazing, like almost nutty flavor to it. And it's a little bit spicy. Oh yeah, that is tender indeed, and it has that wonderful like star anise flavor to it. That's good. I'm really enjoying these noodles, but I really love this soup. Oh man, it is so good. Okay, but normally it's every day after lunch? Not every day.
Not every day. Like
okay.
Maybe 3 or 4 times a week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But all of the noodles are made with the bamboo.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Those were some seriously good quality noodles. I enjoyed that. And I was just talking with the owner. He said that all of the noodles that you'll eat at the shop are all made with the traditional way, using the bamboo to knead the dough. But if you come, he said about 3 or 4 times per week, they make the noodles, and sometime in the afternoon. So if you are lucky, not only will you get to eat the noodles, but also see them being made. And also, I should just quickly mention that the bamboo pole kneading method for noodles is becoming very, very rare. It is a traditional way to make noodles, and it's very, very hard to find these days in Hong Kong. We're heading to the subway station and going down a couple stops to Mongkok. This is one of the busiest areas of Hong Kong, a big shopping area. The streets are just clogged with signs and stores and lots of people. One of the things that's just crazy about this area of Hong Kong is the signage. There are so many billboards and so many signs and so many colorful bright lights, and this is always a busy area. You can shop for just about anything you want around this area, and also there are quite a few markets. Oh, and what's coming up here? Some kind of a procession. This stretch of market is often referred to as Ladies Market, and you can find a lot of souvenirs within this lane, and then a lot of pretty budget clothes, and what else? Oh, just rows and strips of backpacks and handbags, t-shirts, some kids' toys, lots of random stuff, but this is a huge market area. What I love most about this market is that it's almost like you're in a slot canyon, because there are skyrise buildings or huge like towering condos on either side, and then just this like sprawling flea market within the center of the alley. We didn't really have any shopping to do, so we just wandered around for a little bit, and now we are heading, well, we're walking along Nathan Road to the bus stop and gonna take the bus a little ways down the road towards Tsim Sha Tsui. We are heading towards Tsim Sha Tsui, and I'm not sure if I got that pronunciation quite right. It's pretty tough to pronounce, but it's also shortened, abbreviated as TST. So I'm gonna call it TST, but it's right at it's the area of Kowloon, which is right at the harbor, right across from Hong Kong Island. Just drove right past the Chungking Mansions, and we're not going to stop there today, but it is a huge international building, and you can find people from all walks of life in that building, and it's an amazing building. And I have good memories because on my first trip to Hong Kong, that must have been about 8 years ago, maybe back in 2009 or 2010 or something like that. I stayed at the Chungking Mansions at a hostel within the Chungking Mansion, so I have some great memories there. It's a very interesting place. We just got off the bus at the promenade, which is right on the harbor and overlooking Hong Kong Island. This is the view of one of the most recognizable skylines in the world, and maybe one of the ultimate skylines of the world. Unfortunately, it is pretty hazy today though. The view of Hong Kong skyline is always nice, and we actually might come back tonight because they have a famous light show in the evening. Still not sure if we'll make it or not, but we may. But we are now heading to the Star Ferry, and we're gonna take the ferry across back to Hong Kong Island. Going from Kowloon to Hong Kong Island, it's just a really short trip, but enjoying some great views of Hong Kong Island and also the harbor and some giant cruise ships. We are gonna take the metro now to North Point and on our way to go eat dinner. We arrived to North Point Station, and the restaurant should just be a very short walk up the street from here. The restaurant is within the Java Road Market, and I think it's on the second floor. Made it to the restaurant. It is on the second floor of the Java Road Market, and this restaurant is called Tung Po, and this is a huge Dai Pai dong. It is a local Hong Kong restaurant. It has, right now it actually just opened, so I wanted to come early because I think it can be hard to get a table if you come here right at dinner time, so it's 5:30. There are only a couple tables occupied, but you can tell how they are prepared for the masses to come in here and just chow down and hang out. This is truly an amazing menu. There's so many different dishes on the menu, and there's also some really interesting mixes of dishes. A lot of things have a Thai influence. It says Thai style, and then also Ying and I can hear some of the chefs speaking Thai, so they have some Thai influence here. And then also some of the dishes have, you know, Western influence. There are some pasta dishes, and also it's definitely worth mentioning that on the menu it says all dishes do not use any MSG or chicken powder. Before the food comes, I'm gonna get started by rinsing off our dishes. You rinse your little bowls and spoons and chopsticks with hot tea. All right, I think that's good. And just kind of make sure everything gets rinsed off with the hot tea. And then also the chopsticks, and by the way, this is our order. This is what we ordered. He wrote it down and then stuck it in the chopstick tin. We got a table very close to the kitchen where they're cooking all of the food, and you can just continuously hear those woks roaring. It sounds almost like a jet engine. They keep those fires so hot cooking the food here. These are gigantic razor clams, and I think that they have taken them in half and like split them lengthwise, and then stir-fried with bell peppers. There are onions in here, there are black beans, and garlic. And it almost looks like squid. Wow. Okay, I'm just gonna taste a piece of that razor clam. Oh, that piece keeps on going. Oh, that is amazing. Oh, that sauce. You can really taste the onions and the bell pepper in there. And then that saltiness from the black bean sauce. And then that razor clam, it almost tastes like a combination between squid and a scallop with a sweet tinge to it. Yeah, it's like a clam in different shape. It is wonderful. The rest of the food has all arrived now. For rice, I had to go for, this is their specialty rice, which is, I think there's some kind of duck flavoring in the rice, and then also with mushrooms, and then steamed in a lotus leaf. Let's take a look at it. Lift the lid to this. Oh, that looks awesome. Oh, it's packed full of, I think it's chicken as well. Chicken and lots of mushrooms in here as well. Oh, and that aroma. Oh, let me put some of this into my bowl. Oh, this smells fantastic. Again, it's just embedded with that essence of the lotus leaf. Really hot and really fluffy, and then it's not too salty. You can taste the fragrance of the lotus leaf and also the mushrooms in there, and I think it does have a little bit of a duck fragrance as well. This is a fried fish, and I actually meant to order a steamed fish, so I think I ordered the wrong thing. But anyway, this is what it came. It's a fried fish, little like nuggets of fish, deep fried. There's ginger in here, there's green onions, and sauteed in some kind of a glazed sauce. Yeah, those are like deep fried pieces of fish with kind of a garlicky tasting oyster sauce. And also you can taste the fragrance of ginger on it as well. And then finally for vegetable, I got a plate of bok choy with garlic. And I think it has both garlic sauce and then fried garlic on top. Let me set this into my bowl. That's just very light, sauteed, full of garlic. And then yes, it has both fresh garlic and then fried garlic sprinkled on top. So you've got double garlic on there. As I'm sitting here eating, the restaurant is starting to really fill up now, and even people are coming and they're having to turn away and wait because some of these tables, I think all of the tables are reserved, but now you've got the more of the Dai Pai Hong Kong atmosphere. And the razor clams is by far the best dish. And not only the actual razor clams themselves, but this sauce, the black beans, and these onions. These onions are just incredibly good. Let me get a good chopstick full of them. The onions are like half caramelized, and but they're still crisp. And then just coated in all of that black bean sauce. Chili's in there. That sauce is amazing. And this is the type of restaurant that would be really good to go to with a big group of people. If you come with 10 people, you could order 10 or 15 things off the menu and share all the different dishes because the plates are really big and there's such a variety of different dishes. I would have loved to try many more of those dishes on the menu, but just coming with 2 people, couldn't order too much, but food was good. On some previous visits to Hong Kong, I've been to some restaurants like this as well where the service is pretty bad or where there's just zero service. But this restaurant, they actually have quite good service, very good service. The waiters are friendly and the staff are nice. And so this is like a perfect Hong Kong atmosphere and also with good service. From here, we're going back to the subway, and I think we're gonna head over to Kowloon because it is perfect time to go see the light show. Made it back to Tsim Sha Tsui, and we are walking to the harbor. I think we arrived here just in time, but every night they have a lights show that's coordinated with music, and the lights shine across on all of the buildings, and so it is a major attraction in Hong Kong. The skyline of Hong Kong Island is spectacular throughout the day, but at night it really comes alive with all the lights. When you come to Hong Kong, you definitely need to come here at night and see the skyline of Hong Kong all lit up with the lights. But honestly, the actual show, the like symphony of show, which is coordinated with music, it's a little bit underwhelming. It's actually not really that much different from the actual skyline, how it looks, except it involves music coordinated with like some spotlights coming from the top. But I think the real beauty is just the actual skyline at night, anytime. So that was a good way to end the day. Thank you all very much for watching today's video. Please remember to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And also make sure you click subscribe for lots more food and travel videos. And I will see you on the next video. Thank you for watching. Just wanted to quickly let you know that I wrote an entire Hong Kong travel guide for food lovers over on my blog, migrationology.com. Within that blog post, you'll find all of the details from our Hong Kong trip, including where we stayed, transportation, all the attractions that we visited, and especially all of the food and restaurants, plus details about how you can go there yourself. So the link is in the description box below, and I'll try to link it somewhere here on this video as well. But go check that out for all the details about visiting Hong Kong.